And Jason was talking about the Royal Rumble, right? No, they don't use the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is a certification. It's not elevation.
Disagree. Still disagree.
Who was the last person? Okay, no, no, no. Okay, it is a
Drew
certification that
McIntyre,
you were
Bianca
already there.
Belair, Asuka, a
That
lot of people.
Bianca was already there.
No,
They
she
okay.
wasn't.
It was clear
No, she
Yeah,
that they
she
were
wasn't.
was.
pushing. No, that was the
No,
Yeah, she
it
certification.
was
was.
no, it was
Yo,
clear she
no,
was
that was the
next. She wasn't
certification
world
of the
champion
push that they
material
were
yet.
giving
No,
her.
no,
Okay,
no.
you knew everybody knew she was winning the damn match that night. Okay, it
Okay,
wasn't no.
so
Okay,
people
everybody knew.
just because you
And
have an idea who's going to win the match doesn't mean that they were already at the world title
They were
material.
already pushing her like that, though. Okay, they were already doing it.
But she was. We're talking two different things again. The point, the statement was she world champion material? Was she being pushed strong? Yes. Was she the expectation to win that night? Yes. Was she in the world title picture or being discussed for the world title? No, she wasn't.
Dude, from
There,
the moment she walked in the door,
you're
that
not.
everybody
that
saw
that
her
is
as
That's
that
your
personal,
people's
memory of
Shy.
champion.
Bianca Belair
The
is
moment she walked
really
in the door,
weird, Ray. Because as soon as everyone's pissed off she didn't win the NXT Women's Championship.
See, now,
thank
so
And
now
you.
as
y'all
soon as
talk.
she walked in the door at Raw, they're like, strap her up, let's go.
So now we're
Exactly.
talking
It was never
personal
in doubt. That was
bias
never in doubt.
versus what we're seeing on screen. These are two different conversations. Because if you're talking about what we personally all believe, damn right. We're
But that's
talking
part of
about
it. But
no,
that
it's
believing
not.
is part of
And
the whole
that's my
thing.
point. No, it's not. And it
Yes, it
shouldn't
is.
ever be. But you want it to be. It
No,
shouldn't be.
they didn't
No,
believe in Jinder Mahal. They did everything they're supposed to
you
do.
didn't believe in Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal's one of my favorite title reigns of the past few years. I loved everything about Jinder Mahal. You didn't. We're talking.
No,
We're
I
talking.
was a Jinder Mahal fan. I like Jinder Mahal too.
But again, we're talking personal beliefs and wants versus what we are seeing on screen. That's what there's a major difference. And if we're talking what we see on screen, to pardon Bianca and to use Bianca and her quote,
Okay, you know what I
from
see
the
on screen? A really handsome United States champion.
who's U.S.
That's
champion?
not a world champion.
Forgive me, who's United States champion right now?
Austin. No, I'm saying. Okay, you want me to look at Austin
Oh no,
and
no, I
say
got you. I got you.
champion?
That's
Okay,
not what
I'm
I'm saying.
looking at Austin Theory and I
That's
go,
not what
okay,
I
he's a United States champion,
that's not what I mean. Okay.
and that's where you live.
That's not what I mean. This is what I mean. Wrestling is the only entertainment medium in where we won't allow what the showrunner tells us to be the canon for the show. It's the only thing. There's no other entertainment medium where we do that. So, for example, you talk about wins and losses. If such and such wins this many matches, I'll give you a perfect example. Aleister Black a few years ago. Aleister Black didn't lose for a year and a half, but he was never put in any position of prominence. So all these matches he's supposedly winning, he's not in any title matches. He's not in any main event matches. He's not in any major feuds. He's just winning matches to win matches, right? Just looking on screen, not taking my opinion, not taking my bias, not taking everything, going by what the show is telling me, he's not important. What the show's telling me, right? Bianca Belair, from the moment she
No,
debuted,
but if they wanted to turn that on a dime and suddenly give him a championship match, you'd go, "Oh, that's believable because he's been knocking people's heads off for a year and a half."
no,
If
okay,
he had been getting his shit pushed in, it'd be entirely different.
okay, would it be? Because the Miz just won a world championship and he gets his shit pushed in every week.
That's his gimmick. Is
And
That's what the fuck
winning.
I'm talking about. That's my point.
I'm gonna side with Ray on this one because
Yeah,
Miz is the perfect example. And
That's
right.
my
Austin
point.
Theory is this generation's
And
Miz.
let me jump in here now. Let me jump in here now. Okay, when the Miz was world champion the first time, they had to call Dwayne Johnson to come back and host WrestleMania.
That's not necessarily true, but okay.
No, I
They,
will
they called
totally.
Dwayne Johnson to come back and host WrestleMania because they weren't doing too well.
They
Okay,
didn't call him because of the Miz, because the Miz hadn't won the title yet. But I feel
no,
you.
but they called him because they needed him. Okay,
And actually, if Facts.
Well, when
were
don't
taken.
you make that call?
I hate to be the well actually guy, but actually Dwayne called them. Dwayne said he wanted to come back.
Okay, fine. Okay, fair enough.
And to further argue that point, they called Dwayne while CM Punk was champ as well. So you can't
hey, you know I got no problem co-signing that.
Right.
Look,
Yeah, exactly.
We all know how we
CM Punk
feel
all
about
day.
Chicago Phil on this show.
Oh,
We don't need to go down that road again.
Ooh.
But
No, I absolutely see Austin Theory as this generation's Miz. He's not going to win them all. He ain't going to win a lot of them, but he's going to be that guy that you want to see get punched in the face.
okay,
just because he's running around with the Money in the Bank briefcase doesn't mean he actually has to have a successful cash in. Quite frankly, I'm okay once in a while. Like, from a storyline standpoint, it makes sense. Occasionally, someone's got to lose. And in recent memory, Baron Corbin is the only one who has unsuccessfully cashed in.
Give it to Miz.
The Otis thing was an anomaly because it was in the middle of the pandemic, and they're like, you know what? It's the Money in the Bank briefcase and all the pomp and circumstance that goes with it is an in front of a crowd gimmick.
Yeah.
And it was never going to work in the Thunderdome with no crowd. So what are you going to do with this? Let's just, make chicken salad out of chicken shit and do the best we can. And we got 6 months of story between Law and Otis and everything going on with Otis carrying around. It was the most ridiculous thing ever. Absolutely. But what else are you going to do with it during that period of time? You're pretty much on lockdown for an indefinite period of time, but you have this storyline that you have to continue with the Money in the Bank. You just can't put it on hold. I will defend Otis winning that thing. That's the hill I'll die on because it was the right decision for that period of time.